Antigua Guatemala is known for its colorful colonial streets, rich history, and surrounding volcanoes.
But with so many people visiting, is it still worth going? Today, we're exploring to find out. Good morning, everyone. We are Robin and Graham, and today we are exploring the city of Antigua. Now, this is probably one of the two most touristy places here in Guatemala. So today, we're going to explore to see if it is worth the hype.
I've been trying to face my fears, but there's just a lot of pigeons around, and I just am not a really big fan of them. So I'm gonna stand over here where there's less of them. So we have started the walking tour. We started here in the main plaza, and Alfred was just filling us in on some of the history between colonialism and how this was kind of the capital of Central America, all the way from the Chiapas region of Mexico all the way down to Costa Rica. And then throughout time it developed, and Guatemala City became more of the new Guatemala and has now then become the capital of Guatemala. It's very interesting. So one thing we just learned was about the Guatemalan flag, and if you know their flag, it goes light blue, white, light blue, and that is to represent the Caribbean Sea, the strip of land which was Central America, and then the Pacific Ocean on the other side. And so if you take a look at the geography or take a look at a map, you'll see the blue land blue, which is then symbolic of their flag. They've also kind of expanded it from the flag of Central America, which from a long time ago, it looks very similar. And Alfred was joking that they're not very creative with their flags. I personally really like their flag, and I think it's quite beautiful, to be honest. Okay, last interesting fact that we just learned for a little bit, and then we'll show you some more sites, is that the avocados that you see in California grocery stores or things like that are actually from the native area of Antigua. Alfred was just talking a little bit about the comparison between Lake Atitlan and Antigua, and so I figured I would update you guys a little bit on that. So in Lake Atitlan, you're going to see a little bit more of an authentic feel type Guatemala, whereas here in Antigua, it's a little bit more Spanish, it's a little bit more colonized, and it looks a little bit more like a Spanish city, as opposed to kind of what a typical Guatemala city would look like, and something you would see at Lake Atitlan.
We just learned another thing. So if you guys watched our free walking tour that we did in San Cristobal, you know that Coca-Cola had a really deep, not so great history in the region, and a little bit of that plays into Guatemala as well. Not as bad, thank goodness. They had different laws around their water, so Coca-Cola wasn't able to control their drinking water and make it, you know, the most consumed drink here. But he was saying in the late 1990s, they did a social project that allowed them to like put different lights up in the rich area of Antigua, and in turn they got tax breaks and things like that. So again, not so great, and you see little remnants of it here branded in the lights that they put up. just finished up with our free walking tour. It was honestly so nice. He really told us a whole bunch of facts about the history of Guatemala and Central America. So I just love doing these free walking tours. We gave him 100 quetzales, which kind of seemed like 50 per person was reasonable. Pretty normal here. Yeah. So the next thing that we are going to do is find some lunch. So this was the place that was recommended from our walking tour, and when we walked by it there was no line, but when Graham and I got here, huge line. So I know it's really popular, but I think we're gonna go to a different spot that's gonna be hopefully equally as good because I'm starving and I don't really want to wait.
We've come to La Casa de la Mixtas. It has great reviews and an even better price tag. I've got myself a sandwich de carne, which is a steak sandwich. Robin got a burrito, and we shared a little bowl of fries, which are just about gone as we waited for our food. I just wanted to just kind of update on our feelings after the walking tour. We had a really good tour, a lot of history, but we skipped some of the big things like markets, and we didn't visit the arch, which was a bit surprising because that seems like the popular thing to do while you're here in Antigua. So I think we'll probably walk ourselves there afterwards, but Alfred was very knowledgeable and very popular around Antigua. He's saying hi to everybody, so he was really good. Just wish there was a little bit more of the big ticket items on our walking tour.
Wow, that food was so delicious and so cheap. The total came to 80 quetzales, and each of our meals came with this super wonderful hibiscus drink, and you didn't just get one glass, they gave you a glass and then they gave us a little pitcher too. And Graham and I even ordered a side of fries. So this, I mean, I don't know what the other restaurant was like, but this restaurant you should definitely check out if you're in Antigua. It's such good quality and such good quantity for what you pay for this food. But I think we're gonna go back to the accommodation, take a nap, and then go back to explore. So we'll see you then.
We have made it to the Mercado de Artesanal. I completely died for the last hour and a half. That food, I think that's the most food I've eaten on this entire trip. But I am back and I am ready to explore the market, so let's go inside. We are literally the only tourists in here. So every single market stall that we pass, they're all welcoming, all say hello, good price, what are you looking for? All kinds of different things. So we've said no gracias probably 100 times since we've entered this place. But what I appreciate is that they're not pushy by any means. They're just saying welcome, asking if we're looking for anything in particular, which I appreciate that they're not forcing me to look at something. Is very welcoming to this market.
Time for part 2 of the market, if I can cross the street. Now that we have explored both buildings of the market, honestly it was a lot of the same exact thing in just a whole bunch of different stalls. We're heading to the arch before the sun sets. I have a feeling we're getting close because there's just like hordes of tourists just cramped all together looking in that direction. I just can't get over the absolutely stunning views we are getting of the water volcano. I think that's its name. Yeah. Just south of the city. It's just so beautiful, especially here kind of around dusk.
Yeah, we're definitely out at the right time because it's currently golden hour and all of the yellow buildings just have like a slight tinge to them, and the sunset is just magnificent.
Yeah.
So it's certainly a wonderful time to walk around Antigua.
Although we've done a walking tour and visited some markets, this video is not done yet because we still have quite a few things we want to do in Antigua. So we will see you guys bright and early in the morning.
Good morning, everyone. We have started our second day exploring here in Antigua, and we've come back to the San José Cathedral because it's only 20 quetzals to get in, and it looks phenomenal from what we've seen from photos. So we're gonna go in, explore, and even check out the crypt. So let's go.
So this cathedral is right off of the main plaza here in Antigua, and it was originally built by the Spanish. Now, this area of Guatemala has a lot of earthquakes, so it was actually destroyed twice by 2 different earthquakes and rebuilt, but on the 3rd time it was destroyed by an earthquake, that's when the Spanish decided to make Guatemala City. The new Guatemala is what they call it, and then Antigua became the old Guatemala or the ancient Guatemala.
Now, beneath us there are 2 different crypts, which essentially are just old historic cemeteries. And we are gonna go check both of those out. I'm assuming they're gonna be a little bit eerie, which I'm a little bit excited for. And I think they're gonna be quite fascinating of the things that we're gonna be able to find down there.
This one is way bigger than the other one was. I'm a little freaked out. I don't like dark spaces and I don't like being underground, so that was not my favorite, but very cool and very interesting to see. And honestly, for 20 quetzales per person, this is such a great stop in Antigua.
Our last stop and our time in Antigua, as you can tell, I am wearing different clothes than I was wearing just a few seconds ago in the video. We are hiking to the Hill of the Cross, which should provide us with a beautiful lookout over all of Antigua.
Like it's going to be stairs all the way up.
Yep.
This is very good training for our Acatenango hike that is happening in 2 days that we have not prepared for
Nope,
at all.
At all. From our accommodation, it was about 15 minutes
to get to the
start. And from what I've read, it's about another 18 to 20 to the top.
I guess we've made it to the top already. That literally felt like we were walking for maybe 5 minutes. Super easy. Well, that officially wraps up our time here in the city of Antigua. Now, before coming here, we weren't sure if it was going to be overly touristy and even worth it to come in the first place. And I will say, yes, it's definitely one of the most touristy places that we've been to because everyone is concentrated in the city center. But it is absolutely worth it. One, it's super easy to get to, whether you're flying into Guatemala City or you're doing like classic Central America backpacker route. I would definitely stop by here.
I certainly wouldn't pass Antigua. Like you're You're almost guaranteed to go near it, so it's definitely worth stopping and visiting for a few days.
And we thought maybe with all of the tourists it would be really expensive here, but honestly with all of the variety of cafes and restaurants and accommodations, you can do Antigua on a budget, and it really wasn't hard to do so at all.
Kind of in comparison to Lake Catalina, there was no big grocery store there, but there's one here, so it was really easy to get some groceries, make our own meals, and save a little bit of cash that way as well.
Even though we're done exploring the city, Antigua has one more really famous thing for tourists to do when they come here, and that is to hike Acatenango, which is the active volcano that is just outside of the city, which we are going to do in the next vlog, and we could not be more excited.
So if you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because there's many more videos like this coming as we journey around the world.
So we will see you in the next video when we hike Acatenango. Bye-bye!
Beneath us, there are actually...
Beneath us?
So let's go inside.
Oh, I got the sword.
Where?
Acatenango.
Where?
Acatenango.
Acatenango.
Acatenango.